everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got day 2 of the Hincapie Spring Series. We're back at Rock Hill, but today we're running the course in reverse. This is the Cat P123 field. Today we're rocking the maroon kits, and it's back with Jake and I. If you did not watch day 1, where we had just blunt force winds going at us, today is a similar story, but we're just running the course in reverse. So definitely check that video out if you haven't already. Look up at the track map. The winds were gusting from anywhere from 20 to 25 miles an hour throughout this entire race. It is a 60-minute crit. We had roughly 55 to 65 riders hit the starting line. Not as much as attrition as we saw on day 1, but either way, it was really tough. You had to be pretty smart, and Jake and I's main goal is, having a poor performance on day 1. We really wanted just to survive the race and learn as much as we could. That corner right there is super fun to take. It's a really tight off-camber right turn that's going to wreak a lot of havoc for guys later in the ride. But if you look at the track map, the wind right now is coming from my left to right, and so my whole goal the entire time was to get as sheltered as I could on this downhill so I could coast as long as possible through this downhill transition and when it started to kick up. I wanted to save as much energy as possible throughout this full 60 minutes, and I tried my best. But anyways, guys, if you wouldn't mind, hit that like and subscribe button. Really appreciate it. We're trying to get 1,000 followers by the end of the year. It really helps us make more content, be able to go to more races, and have some fun. That being said, we're going to push on into the action. All right, look straight ahead. I'll circle the rider. It's a Lee McRae rider, and he almost gets taken out by his teammate going to this turn. They're in the green kits, and just the guy, his teammate in front of him, just gets either off balance or slowed up by a guy in front of him and just starts floating out left. That happens quite a bit during this race, and you really have to pay attention to it and be confident that you can make the corner with the guy you're bar to bar with. Super tough, but it is what it is. Pushing onwards, you're going to see some guys getting a little squeeze right here. It always seemed like whenever we took that right-hander and started going straight up the hill, that everyone just floats to the left. It was pretty common, but it's super fun to see. A lot of these riders are trying to navigate through traffic right here, pushing their way through, staying upright. Can't always say that when you're doing the 4-5 races. It doesn't always come out as clean. Pushing onward, guys. Check the rider directly in front of Jake. Black kit. Watch his pedals. And then he floats it. He rim rides the exit of the turn right here. I'm pretty sure he pedal striked. I tried to zoom in on the footage. You can hear it, but he's sending it right through there. His crank arms must be like 175 or something. But that corner will sneak up on you, man, if you're not careful. All right, you see up in the upper right-hand corner of the track, we have a massive attack. This is the biggest and baddest attack of the entire race, and it's early on. We're at the 10-minute mark, and sure enough, teams and riders want to stretch out the field. They want to punish people, and Jake is doing a great job right here on staying on a wheel, navigating through traffic, keeping his eyes up. And if you look ahead, we've got 2 riders way off the front that just crested. Now we have a couple segments of 3, 4 guys that are starting to get really strung out. Everyone's jockeying for position. The wind is coming from your left to your right now, so you want to be kind of sheltered, and it's just very punishing. This was, in my opinion, the hardest part of the race, other than like the tail end, the last 2 laps or anything like that. So luckily, this ended and we all survived, but I want to say this is where we went from like 55 riders down to like 35 within like 2 laps because of how punishing this attack was. Love this left-handing turn right here. Super flowy. You can pedal through the whole thing as long as your lean angle is correct. All right, guys, watch these two super riders directly in front of Jake. The back one gets pushed out by his own teammate. I just, again, it's like for some reason everyone just loved going left right there, and man, he did his boy wrong like that. I don't know. You gotta keep your head up, and it's just fun to see stuff like that. And everyone's just so desperate right now, trying to recover from that big attack. All right, guys, pushing ahead. We are 15 minutes into this 60-minute crit, riding along with Jake still. Jake does a phenomenal job right here, being almost on the tail end of the Peloton, and just floats. Light, easy power between 150 to 200 watts, and just floats his way, takes a perfect line all the way up to probably like around 15th to 20th, and just gains a bunch of spots. Really easy effort. Didn't have to hurt himself to do that, and you'll see that throughout the video. Jake does a great job by like just navigating traffic and stuff like that. All right, look at the rider to my left, black bibs, green jersey, Sunbelt development rider. He gets a DDP sandwich right here. The two riders on either side of him. I was laughing so hard when I heard that, because he was making fun of it. He was like, "Oh my gosh, I almost got caught in a DDP sandwich." Just having good times back on the bike. You know, we're all racing. It's fun to have those comical jokes, you know, while you're in there. Everyone's suffering. All right, so to probably the weirdest part of the entire race. I don't know if I've ever witnessed this, but we're 30 minutes in. I'm going to try and adjust the audio for you guys, but there we go. Okay. So I believe it was a super team and a couple other small teams that were here. I can't really pinpoint who is doing the Jabberjaw, but there's guys on the front literally just smack talking each other so bad. And I mean, at a certain point, I'm just like, dude, like, y'all should just get off the bike and fight if you guys are not going to race your bikes. And sure enough, like, they start getting mad at each other, you know, feelings get hurt, and what happens? It transpires an attack because someone got their feelings hurt. And you can see way off the front right here, we've got an attack because of that. And I don't know what was said or what happened, but dude, if y'all are gonna smack talk, like, do it off the bike and fight about it and get out of the way, because I'm trying to race my bike with everyone else. All right, guys, we look right here. Look at the DDP rider in front of me and the Lee McRae rider. They get pushed to the left again. Just happened all ride, and luckily they got their cross skills intact and they're good to go. But there's just another example of just everyone's pushing left, and you know, if you're not careful, if you can't hold your position, you're gonna get punched out there in the dirt. All right, riding along with Jake right here, and we've been tail gunning pretty much the second half of the race, me and Jake, and he does a great job right here. Just the pace lightens up a little bit. He does a great job of just navigating through some traffic, so he doesn't have to waste too many watts or kill himself. And you know, we're coming towards the end here. We're about 40 minutes, so we have about 20 minutes left. But he does a great job just moving ahead. It gets a little bunchy and slows up a little bit, but all in all, like, you have to be hunting for those moves the entire race if you're going to play the game that me and Jake did and tail gun the whole time and try and conserve your energy as much as possible. Here's a perfect shot of taking this corner. It is so fun, and what's tough is that wind just hits you from the left side, and you really just got to be strong on the bars, give a tight core, and it's a phenomenal corner to hit. So right here you can hear that super rider like talking up and trying to do something with his team. So these guys brought like, dude, it was like 8 or 9 guys. So like the majority of the race, they have a couple dudes on the front, and it gets a little tight right here. For one reason or another, you know, again, right when we take that right-hander, it gets squeezed. But the super team they had the numbers today. I'll have to look back at the scoring, but I think they controlled like the entire last 2 laps, and I believe I'm right in saying this. I don't think they even podiumed. I don't think they had a guy on the podium. It's a shame when you bring that many guys and you can't make something happen, but again, I could be mistaken. All right, y'all. 2 laps to go. We're gonna let these last 2 laps ride out. We're currently on Jake's cam, and again, me and him have just been surfing wheels the entire time, and we just want to be there for the end and just see how well we can do in a sprint. We're both just cooked. Jake's running pretty hot right now in the high 180s, but he does a great job right there, taking advantage of people slowing up, and just moves up casually on the outside. So everyone's jockeying for position. You can tell it's go time. No attack has sticked throughout the day, partially because Supra and a couple other teams have just kind of just shut everything down. In this direction, I believe is a lot harder to ride, and it gets a little tight right here. No harm, no foul. Everyone is gunning it. If you just saw that guy in the red right there, he attacked from like 6 rows deep. That is super strong, man. I don't know if I would have done it that deep in the group, because for one, if you heard, you can hear people call out your attack, and they can get ready to counter you. So your effort's not that worthy. And then 2 is if you can get up a little closer towards the front and then do your attack, hopefully it'll be more worthwhile. Well, now we're on the last lap, guys. If you look at the rear cam, I'm just again tail gunning to save my life and enjoying the ride. This is surprisingly not as fast as I thought this last lap was going to be. It does get single file stretched out right here. A couple guys were blowing up, and I'm having to navigate through traffic a little bit. But it slows up coming into this hairpin like it always does, because you can only take it going so fast, or you'll low side, or you'll miss the corner. There's some guys doing some cyclocross up there again. Gets a little wonky, and then you just want to make sure you have a good line and put the power down and stay sheltered from the wind right here. The leaders did a great job right here. This is honestly probably the slowest downhill of the entire race. I'm dragging my brakes the entire time. You can hear them squealing. So the main goal, as I was assuming from these leaders, is they want to keep it slow in the downhill so they don't get swarmed, because they know no one wants to go past them. That way they're in a bad spot. But as soon as we hit this transition and it starts kicking up just a little bit, the leaders just sprinted. So it's like a half a mile sprint, because this track is 1.1 miles long. And it was just a crazy tough sprint. Me and Jake are in no position to contend for anything for today. We're out here trying to learn and just gain some knowledge from racing with the 1-2 field and a big field like this. But these guys smashed it, man. Just look way up in the front cam, and you can just see how big of a gap they have on everybody. And it's great. It was a good finish, super fun. Everyone stayed upright. But me in the back, Jake and I are just suffering. Don't have much of a sprint, don't have much of an effort, but it was a really good time. Hopefully next time we come back to Rock Hill, which will be in a couple weeks, the winds are not as bad. But other than that, guys, appreciate you watching. Be on the lookout for more videos. We've got some Winston-Salem crit stuff coming up, and we're going to be dropping some more Tuesday night or road videos. Again, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Oh, Cat 5 salute.